What's going on, guys? So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make the ultimate backwards compatible PS4. So once you make this, you're going to be able to play PS4 games, PS3 games, PS2 games, and PS1 games, which obviously you can't do out of the box on a regular PS4 right now. So there's a few different things you'll need. Obviously, most important piece is a PS4. It could be any kind of PS4. As you can see, I have the Uncharted limited edition original PS4 here. You can also have a Slim or a Pro, and then of course you need a controller. And then second, you're going to need a PS3. You can have whatever type of PS3 you like. I have a PS3 Slim. You know, you can get the PS3 Ultra Slim or Super Slim, whatever it's called, or you can get the original fat PS3, whichever you like. And of course you need a PS3 controller as well. Now the third thing you'll need is a PS2. Again, you can have any kind of PS2 you like. I got the fat one, you can get the slim one if you want to, and of course you need a controller. And last but not least, you'll need a PS1. You can get the original PS1, whatever you want, either will work. And of course, again, you need a controller. Alright guys, so to do this, we're going to start with the PS4, and then we're going to grab the PS3. And so, you want your PS4 right here. It's best if you have a flat surface. I'm doing mine on the carpet, which is fine, just as long as you don't leave it on the carpet. But as long as it's a flat surface, that should be fine. So take your PS4, then you're going to want to take your PS3, and slide it on top. Make sure you don't scratch up your PS4 or your PS3, just like so. And then you're going to want to grab your PS2, and slide that on top of the PS3. Now you want to be careful here because the PS3, the one I have, is kind of rounded, so it could slide off pretty easily. The PS2 could slide off pretty easily if you're not careful. So you want to make sure to balance it pretty well. And then last but not least, you want your PS1, and you're going to slide that on top as well. You can go in the middle, you can go to the side. I'm going to stick it right in the middle right here. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a roll of tape. It doesn't matter what kind. I got some masking tape, I think is what it's called, or some electrical tape, whatever you want. Maybe some duct tape, or if you want to get real fancy, you could use a drill, but I'm just going to tape this time. So now, as you can see, I've taken the tape, basically took a piece from the edge of the disc slot on the PS1, wrapped all the way around the bottom of the PS4, around back up top over the PS4, PS3, PS2, and back up to the PS1 where it rests on the other side of the disc tray. So there you go, it's all taped together. I also added a few other security pieces of tape. So I got one coming over and down again, and then I got one going from the PS1 to the PS2 on both sides. And you can see it's pretty sturdy actually. I'm shaking it and it's not moving at all. Now what you want to make sure is you don't block any of the air vents with your tape, and you also don't want to block any of the functions. So like the PS1, you don't want to tape all the way over the top, or else you won't be able to, eject your disc. So PS1 you can eject your disc easily, PS2 comes out, PS3 you stick it in the slot, and same with the PS4. And so now your next step is to get power to all these things. So you want to make sure you have the power cord for every system. So getting power is probably the easiest part. I mean, all you got to do is plug in the power cord to each system. So as you can see, we got 4 power cords coming over here. And to make this real easy, you just want to get a power strip and basically plug all of them in. And so now that we have all 4 consoles plugged in, you're going to want to turn on your power strip. Make sure your PS2 is in the on position, as you can see right here. And now at this point, all your consoles are ready to boot up. Alright, now your next step is to plug in all your controllers. So PS1 controller, pretty obvious. You just plug it into the slot up here. PS2 controller goes right here. Now your PS3 controller should be wireless unless it's out of charge like mine is. So I'm going to go ahead and plug mine in as well. And last but not least, your PS4 controller should be wireless. Alright, and now the last thing you need to do before you can start playing games is you want to get your HDMI cord for your PS4 and your PS3. And then you want your AV cable for your PS1 and PS2, which has the red, white, and yellow leads on the end of them. So to save some wires, I plugged in only the PS1 AV cable and the HDMI cable on the PS4. And based on which kind of game you want to play at the time, you can either swap your HDMI to the PS4 or the PS3, and you can either swap the AV to the PS1 or the PS2. Alright, so I think it's about time to see these things in action, so let's go ahead and turn them all on. So PS4 is turning on now. PS3 is now turning on. PS2 is now turning on. And PS1 is now on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 green lights. Well, this last one is not green, it's blue, but same thing. And then we're going to want to put all our games in. So we got Crash Bash for the PS1. Let's go ahead and stick that in right there. For PS2 we got NBA Street Volume 2, and to put that in you just got to press the eject button, and we'll stick it in this tray. So PS3 we got Call of Duty Ghosts. Let's open that up, stick it in the PS3 slot like so. And last but not least, we got Spider-Man for the PS4. And same thing as the PS3. All you gotta do is stick it in the slot, and it pretty much accepts it on its own. Alright, so now all 4 of the consoles have games in them. we got our ultimate backwards compatible PS4. You know, we can play PS4, PS3, PS2, and PS1 games right now. And as you can see, here's our PS4. Got our controller on, and we're going to display it. As you can see, I'm now playing my PS4 on the ultimate backwards compatible PS4. Scrolling through, and there we go. So now let's go to the PS3. So in my setup, to get to the PS3, you just got to swap the HDMI cable, which is pretty simple to do. So now we got the HDMI cable on the PS3. If you want to do it a different way, you can actually just use 2 HDMI cables and swap the inputs, but I figured this was easier for my setup. So now, as you can see, we're on the PS3. Scrolling through the menu. I'm plugged in because I'm out of charge, but we got Call of Duty Ghosts and we can play if we want to. And so there's the PS3. And next up, we got our PS2. So to get to PS2, I got to change inputs and put the AV cable into the PS2. So now I have the AV cable plugged into the PS2, and I got the right input on. And as you can see, I'm playing NBA Street. So I'm actually going to reset my console and just take it back to the main menu. And then we can, you know, stick the disc in and play NBA Street if we want to. Hopefully the disc is not scratched up and can play again, because some of my PS2 games are pretty scratched up, unfortunately. Alright, so here we are, guys. Got NBA Street Volume 2 playing on the PS2. And so last but not least, we got our PS1. So as I showed you my setup, just got to swap the AV cable to the PS1. Again, if you want to do it differently, you can have 2 separate AV cables, one for the PS1 and one for the PS2. But just for my ease, I decided to do one AV cable and just swap them instead of having to change inputs. And as you can see now, we actually have Crash Bash already loading. I'm going to actually reset it. So I just turned my console back off, and I'm going to turn it back on. There it is. So there's that Sony startup screen on the PS1 Classic. This is classic. And here we are, guys. We're playing Crash Bash on the PS1. So now, as you can see, we've played games on all 4 PlayStation consoles and pretty much made this the ultimate PS4. I mean, what more could you ask for? PS4 games, PS3 games, PS2 games, and PS1 games. I mean, if Sony won't make it, I might as well make it myself. So I would definitely recommend not leaving those on the carpet, because your consoles will probably heat up pretty quickly. I definitely put it in a more permanent spot, like a table or someplace with good ventilation. But yeah, here's the concept. Basically, PS4 on the bottom, PS3, PS2, PS1. All you gotta do is attach them all together, and you got a backwards compatible PS4. And yeah, guys, I think until Sony adds the capability themselves, I think this is the easiest way to get backwards compatibility on your PS4. You got your PS4 games, PS3 games, PS2 games, and PS1 games. Pretty easy, pretty nice setup. Looks pretty slick if I do say so myself. I mean, you could probably make it look a little bit slicker if you took the time to do it. But here's the concept. Do what you will with it, and hope you guys have a great day.